No to war challenge. 5 million innocent Tigray people are on the brink of this as the federal government and PLF politicians ignite war in our land. Poor boys will die fighting battles they don't understand, while those in power and comfortable on their graves. If you have heard specialists on Ethiopian, please share this video, like and subscribe to spread the truth about suffering in Ethiopia. Join our challenge now, comment no to war, no to war, no to war, and raise your voice for the peace before it's too late.
A nation that eats its children. They say mother forgets the pain of childbirth the moment she hears her baby's cry. But what if there is no cry, only thunder of gunshots that echoes across the valleys, leaving silence in its place? What if the umbilical cord is not cut in hospital, but in battlefield, in Ethiopia, in the blood-soaked fields of Amhara, in the hunted hills of Tigray, the mother is no longer a symbol of life. She has become a witness to this, and her womb, which once sang with the promise of new beginnings, now acts from the memories of son who never came home. There's not just a story of war, it's a story of betrayal so deep, so systematic, so calculated, that it's hard to know whether Ethiopia is a nation or just a graveyard dressed in flags. In Amhara region, in Tigray, boys vanish from their voices deepen. They don't live to chase dreams, they are sent to chase bullets. Some are fed patriotic songs, others are dragged from homes with hands that once held pencils, but in the end, it doesn't matter how they went because they never return the same. If at all, for every son that doesn't come back, there's a mother who stops living. They tell you she's breathing. They tell you she's walking, but she's not living. Her soul remains frozen on the doorstep, waiting for the knock that never comes, the way that never comes, and not the boats that never stop into her home again. A mother in Lalibela once said, he left with a promise to return after the border was safe. But the only thing that came back was his uniform. Another in Aksum whispered while looking at the empty bed, he was born on a Sunday and he died before he knew what Sunday meant. This war did not begin with tanks, it began with silence, with men in suits who met in hidden rooms and plied their chests with villages. It began with egos disguised as policies and hatred baptized as nationalism. It began when justice stopped being blind and became deaf to the cries of mothers, deaf to the prayers of priests, deaf to the screams of the wounded. While the federal government blames the regional government and the regions split blame back toward the center. It's the poor who die, it's the innocent who burn, the powerful argue in the 5-star hotels and the powerless are buried beneath 5 feet of dirt. One man's politics became another man's coffin. Ethiopia is bleeding, and the wounds are not just in the flesh, they are in the spirit, in every abandoned school where laughter once lived but now only silence remains, in every burned down church where incense once rose into heaven, now replaced by smoke from the gunpowder, and in every mother who still cooks 3 meals a day, hoping her deed on and say, I am home. This is not just a war between armies. It's a war between memories and forgetting, between survival and surrender. It's a war fought in the hearts of children who now play war games not with toys, but with trauma. A diary found near North Wallo had torn a page. On it was written in Amharic, Legend ሰጥቻለሁ አገሬ ያላወቀኝ. I gave my son, but my country never knew me. What a terrifying truth. This land of ancient wisdom and deep prayers, a mother can give everything and still remains invisible. She's not a hero in government speech. She's not statics in uni reports. She's not even a name on the news. She is just gone, silently raised by the same system that made promises of peace while preparing for war. Philosophers have often asked, what's the role of government? Is it to protect? Is it to lead? To serve? But in Ethiopia's case, the question is darker. What is a government that survives while its people die? What's leadership that exists in air-conditioning rooms while villages turn to ash? What kind of justice allows a young to perish with a guilty hold microphones and give press conferences? This is not governance. This is cannibalism. A nation that eats its children, not out of hunger, but out of carelessness, out of pride, out of obsession with power.
If you have heard specialists on Ethiopian, please share this video, like and subscribe to spread the truth about suffering in Ethiopia. Join our challenge now, comment, no to war, no to war, no to war, and raise your voice for the peace before it's too late.
The blood of Amhara and Tigray does not run in separate rivers, it flows together, it stands the same soil, and yet we are taught to count our deed by ethnic lines, as if bones speak different languages. But mothers do not cry in Amhara or Tigray, they cry in pain, and the pain has no dialect, only echo. So before we go deeper, before we walk into the testimonies of the wounded, the orphan, the broken, let us sit in silence. Let us understand that no matter who wins this war, the mothers have already lost. And when mothers lose, humanity